Hello and welcome back to another video from me, FPL Crusader. Call me Luke if you prefer. Before I start, just remember to like and subscribe. That really helps me. And I thank you to all the people who have been watching my videos recently. I'm doing 3 videos initially on chip strategy. That might change moving forward. I might do some more once we understand when some of the doubles and blanks come in. I've already done the Askman chip or the assistant manager chip. If you have watched those, then you understand my position on them. If not, go onto my YouTube and have a look at them. Today, what we're doing is triple captaincy and the free hit chips. I've lumped those in together in one, hopefully short video for you. Triple captaincy chip is obviously, for those that don't know, you get double points for your captain every week, and your triple captaincy chip is a one-off where you get your 3 times the points. Most people choose to do it on a double game week. A free hit is a complete reset of your team that only lasts 1 week. Once you pull that chip, you can pull as many transfers as you want in that game week. It has to fit in under your normal budget, obviously, but you will be able to completely redo your team. It only lasts 1 week. Once that game week is over, your team reverts back to what it was before you pulled the chip. For those who don't know, or for those who know, sorry for that if that's boring, but that's fine. I like to explain it anyway. Most people use a free hit chip on a blank or double game week. I'm focusing on blank game weeks, and you'll see towards the end of this video, that's exactly what I'm going for. Let's have a look at the triple captaincy chips first. So I've had a scour of the fixtures. Obviously, Mo Salah is going to be very popular. Game week 24 coming up. If you're watching this late, it's probably already gone. He's got Bournemouth and Everton both away. We need to think about that. So they're both away. We know Bournemouth at home love to score quick. And Everton's last derby game at Goodison too. So that could be an anomaly that we need to be prepared for. But here's Mo Salah. He's got over 300 points almost already. And he's probably going to get close to 4 if he continues his current form. Goals against Bournemouth and Everton are roughly the same. They're pretty good, actually. They're in the top half of the table. Opponent touches in box, similarly. 500 up, which is that's probably mid-table for both, I'd say. Opponent total shots, that's pretty good. 250s, that's not too bad, I'd say, compared to everyone else. And goals in box percentage. Well, Bournemouth haven't conceded to go outside the box. And we know Mo Salah loves a shot. He loves cutting in and having a crack from the edge of that box. So could he be the person to break the spell? Everton similarly are good at blocking as well. Theirs is 92%. Most good teams are between 85 and 90%. And the elite teams, or teams that are really good playing low block, are around about 100. Look at Bournemouth. But in terms of game week 33, he's got arguably, I'd say, better fixtures. Away to Leicester, that's the plum one, and then away to Villa. Who knows what the European fixtures will do to Villa and Liverpool at that time. So that's that's an anomaly. If you want to wait, you need to keep that in the back of your mind. That also is a decent double game week that you might also want to use either a free hit or a bench boost for in 33. 24 only has Everton and Everton and Liverpool as the double. But let's have a look at goals against. Leicester, 44 goals against. They'll leaky at the back. They're almost the worst. Wolves is the worst with 45. Villa's not too flash either in 32. Opponent touches in box for Leicester, 719. That skyrockets above everyone else. Villa's is actually relatively good at 467. They've still conceded a fair amount of goals, but as we can see from the very bottom there, they've got 15% of their goals are outside the box. So people are shooting from outside the box and scoring, but also the conversion rates against Villa are good. Mo Salah takes a fair amount of shots, so that should be fine. Total opponent touches in the box is very low for Villa, 234, but extremely high for Leicester. If you're going to go for the double in game week 33, the triple captain, I should say, and it's Mo Salah, Leicester's the one you're banking on getting the majority of your points for. He will be very popular and the most popular pick. I'd say the people who either go 24 or 33. I'd say they'd go 24 because that is just a Liverpool double, whereas 33, there's quite a lot of other ones. But I'd say the crowd, as we call it, those who captain Mo Salah every game week, and they probably will do for the rest of the season, a lot of them have pulled their triple captain in game week 24. I've already used mine on Erling Haaland in game week 2, I think it was, where he got the 17 points. So if everyone else gets more than that, then congratulations. Next one will be Bruno. Once again, game week 33, Wolves at home and then Bournemouth away. I've already shown you Bournemouth stats, but it just shows Wolves have almost got conceded double the amount of goals as Bournemouth. In terms of opponents' touches in the box, Wolves are way ahead in 634. 87% shots in the box. 87% goals in the box. So 13% Wolves concede outside, which means their defense is just as leaky from range because there's much less shots conceded from range, and opponent total shots. And there's not a lot there. There's only an extra 12, 13. I got to my maths. 18. Not even close the first time. So 18. So that's good. But yeah, Wolves is the plum fixture at home. My only concern with Manchester United is that they are struggling to score more than 1 or 2 goals. But game week 33, we're talking 12 game weeks away. Amram can work his magic, and we'll see how it goes. Saw some news the other day that Garnacho is looking to go. Might have been clickbait, but looking to go to, I think it's Napoli, maybe somewhere in Italy. So hopefully that'll allow them to get a confirmed lineup of 11 players so they can really move forward, and they need to do something better on the offensive side. Haaland, if you wanted to triple captain him, a lot of people were thinking about doing Pep in 36, or I think it's 35 to 37. But if you don't do that, then Haaland's double in 36 looks good. Southampton, who are the worst team in the league, and Aston Villa at home. Aston Villa don't travel very well. Southampton, 44 goals received against. As we saw with Villa, it was 32. But Southampton's 44 is second last. Opponent touches in the box, a whopping 720. Opponent total shots, 367. That's so many. Almost as many touches as shots. And that's last. That's worse. And goals in the box percentage for both of these teams are on the lower side of good, you'd expect. They're conceding too many goals from outside the box. If Erling Haaland hits any type of form and you still get your triple captainship left by game week 36, I don't think many would, but if you do, plonk it on him, and I think he'll get some pretty good returns. It seems to be the plum fixture this year is playing Southampton at St Mary's, not necessarily them travelling away, because they're having some pretty good away results. That had a couple of victories at Spurs and Chelsea, and then I think they drew with Fulham as well. I want to put that out of my mind for now. Not too good for me, but Erling Haaland, if you got him, or if we've all steamed into him by then, that could be a very good option. Another good option is 36 is Cole Palmer. As we know, Chelsea are going through a bit of a rough patch at the moment. They drew overnight to Bournemouth. He still scored. Newcastle and Everton, not easy. Everton at home, they could be fighting for survival, or they could be fighting, or they could be on the beach. They might be safe. I'd say they'll be safe. Newcastle's 22 goals. That's not many. Everton's 25. So two decent defensive teams. Opponent touches in the box in the mid 500s or early 500s, and total shots as well. I probably wouldn't get Palmer for this one. Ideally, you'd want it to do on a goal-scoring midfielder, and he is among, as well with Salah and Saka, they're the top three. But for me, that one's a bit of a risk. Percentage in box there for Newcastle is 100%, as we said. Everton's 92. That might change under David Moyes. I think there will be a new manager bounce under Moyes, and I don't know. I won't say that. I don't think they're going to fight for Europe or anything like that. I think they'll be comfortable, but I don't expect it to be that great. They need some investment in the summer if they can afford it. Cole Palmer probably the least of these players, I think. Mo Salah, 24 and 33. I'd say 33 is the best one for him. If you're not planning on using another chip, if you've got it and you don't want to use you are using a chip in 33 and you definitely want Mo Salah, then you probably have to go 24. Bruno Fernandes in 33, Wolves and Bournemouth. That looks okay. Erling Haaland, as I said, Villa and Southampton. Southampton's the plum fixture, as is 33 with Mo Salah with Leicester. Either way, if we get doubles there, then it's going to be a huge week. Cole Palmer at 36. Newcastle and Everton as well. So they're the top 5 or top 4 for me for triple captains that's left for the rest of the season. As I said, that could change if some of these doubles get moved around. Expecting to hear further updates from game week 25, and I might just touch back on this after that date. But let's have a look at the free hit. I'll focus on 2 blank game weeks, 29 and 34. Let's have a look at the free hits, and then we'll see if they trigger your interest as well. So the free hit 29, there's only a handful. That's a small blank game week, right? There's still a full handful of teams playing, but the likes of Liverpool aren't. So in order for me to pull this one, I had to pull the best players in that I thought were going to have the best chance. So Gabriel running through the team. It's Pickford in goal at home to West Ham. Then it's Gabriel at home to Chelsea, Murillo, Ipswich, Mazraoui, Leicester. I mean, you can change that one, but the midfield's where it's at. We've got Mbeumo, Fernandes, Palmer, Saka, and Semenyo, with Haaland and Woody up top. And on the bench, I've just got cannon fodder to use up the cash because the midfield is so strong. Basically, the plum fixture for 29 should be Arsenal against Chelsea, Brentford against Bournemouth, Manchester United are away to Leicester, Forest away to Ipswich, and then Wolves have Southampton as well. So I could have gone Cunha over Wood, but Woody's just so consistent. If Cunha starts playing like he did at the start of his other run, then you probably bring him in. FPL team, I've used this for all the planning. 61 points, double Forest, double Arsenal, Pickford in goal, Haaland captain. The reason why I'm a bit bullish on blank game week 29 is a lot of the FPL community would have the majority of these players. Gabriel's very popular. Murillo, Mazraoui can be anyone else that you've got, really. Everyone will have Saka by 29 because he'll be back for 28. Most people, I shouldn't say most, but a few will have Semenyo. It'll be easy trade for Rodgers. Everyone's got Palmer. Someone's usually got Bruno or Ahmad. Between them, they've got close to 50%. Brian Mbeumo will be very popular by then. Woody, and the only person there is Haaland, but he is the top point scorer for that games week, apparently, because it's against a hapless Brighton who can't defend. Doesn't mean that Brighton can't beat City, but I still think Haaland will get some points there. So that will be my draft for blank game week 29. This is the one I'm probably going to go with the blank game week. I need to have a sit down and have a proper think about it yet, but I'm pretty confident blank game week 34, and that'll be when I'm using my free hit. As you can see, there's not many games being played on the left-hand side there. FPL team says 65 points. I got triple R Newcastle, which I've got. Triple Arsenal, which I don't have anyone from Arsenal. Double Wolves, double Forest. Saka's the captain. And Mbeumo's there as well. So it's a plum fixture for Cunha. He's away to Leicester. So is Aït-Nouri. Sorry, he's home to Leicester. And then Arsenal's at home to Crystal Palace. That's good home fixtures. And Mbeumo's away to Forest. So you can change that one around if you really want to. I mean, Matoma's there. He's at home to West Ham, but he's not pulling through the FPL points anymore. He had that purple patch when everyone realised he was a doctor of dribbling, but after that, just hasn't fallen for him, unfortunately. So it is what it is. I got Murnals on the bench there. I don't think I'd play him, and Flappy on the bench. Ra's the one, but this one feels a bit better. Whether or not I need to use it in a blank game week, because I'll play Fabianski. I've got 4. What have I got? 5, 6, 7. I've only got 7, so that's fine. I think with these blank game weeks, these ones aren't huge blanks. We've had it in the past where there's been maybe 3 or 4 games or 5 or 6 games, whereas these ones, I think you need to field 10 players at least. So that's why the free hit is there for me. This will be how my team will look up. That might not be the same players, depending on injuries, obviously, but I think this will be the setup. Triple Arsenal, triple Newcastle, and a double up in Forest and or Wolves as well. That plum fixture, Leicester going to their place. Fulham and Southampton as well. So I could have Anthony Robinson there instead of Gabriel if I've got Raya. Maybe that's the case. But yeah, that's what I'd do with free hit. But if you got any other thoughts and processes and ideas about the free hits and the triple captains, let me know. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you're finding these interesting. I'm finding quite interesting making them, so I'm going to keep doing it, I think. There's one more to come with the chips that are left over. So thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope your arrows are green and your differential score hat tricks. My name's Luke, FPL Crusader. Thank you very much.